I had to fucking redo it because I wasn't really too happy on the fucking video. So fuck it all. But yeah, I mean, let's just kind of play some of it and let's just talk about it. And yeah,
in March because I love that film. Right now, the Restore the Snyderverse fan movement, we're kind of in this limbo because we don't really know whether or not to continue to feel hope because of some of the comments that Warner Brothers has made lately. It's sort of like, oh, Zack got to complete his trilogy. What is your, like we didn't want to give up hope with the Snyder Cut before, so we don't want to give up hope now. So what would you say about, like, because we're kind of in this weird gray area, what should we maintain hope?
Well, I mean, I guess I would think about it this way. Yes, Warner Brothers has been aggressively anti-Snyder, if you will, and that's what can you say? What can I say? Like, they're not interested in my take. But I would also say that they certainly weren't interested in I would have said originally. In my take on Justice League, they certainly made decisions about that. So, and I love the characters and I love the worlds, and I think it's an amazing place to make a movie it's glorious IP. So there's that. I don't know what what could be done as you go forward, other than I think this, the fan movement is so strong and the fan community is so, the intention is so pure, and I really have huge respect for it. And I just, I would hope that, cooler heads would prevail with them, and that, they would see that there's this massive fandom that wants more of that, but who knows what they'll do.
I wish that was the case, Zach. And I really, really, really wish that was, in a perfect world, Warner Brothers get out of their head of their asses and embrace what they are. Embrace that he's not. Embrace, what I'm trying to say is, embrace Warner Brothers that you could do more. You could do so much more. You have stories right out of the gate. You're not like Marvel, where some of the rights of their characters still hold by different comic book companies, or different companies in general. Like Universal owns the Hulk, Sony owns fucking yours truly, Spider-Man, and it's just, yeah. And it honestly just says it a lot. And honestly, I really, really am going to be honest with all of you. I just don't see it happening. I'm going to say this right now. I see a lot of fan movements. I see a lot of things. I just don't literally buy it. And if they really, 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 really just want to do it so goddamn bad, and they're trying so desperately to appeal to these fucking people who clearly just don't know jack diddly squat on their fucking brain cells, because they have their fat ego so far, got their head up their asses, and they think like, oh, we're going to do great, we're going to be awesome, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and the rest is fucking history. I'm like, dude, you obviously just don't give a fuck about anyone but yourselves, and you're sabotaging your own fucking universe. And it just honestly says a lot. And I'm gonna be honest with all of you. I want Warner Brothers to be great on their DC films, but the only movies I'm looking forward to is Black Adam, Shazam 2 and 3. It better have Superman at least in the third entry. If he's not into the third entry of Shazam, in case of Superman, Clark Kent, Superman, Henry Cavill. If he's not in that shit, done. I'm out of here. I'm fucking done. I mean, and that's where good way to kill your customer. If you can't literally just bring people back in who enjoy your movies. And this is the thing about Warner Brothers. I have to agree with my friend. Warner Brothers is a reaction studio. The moment that Tim Burton, his second movie, Batman Returns, didn't have the same box office or the same type of fan love and criticism on the first Tim Burton Batman movie, what did they do? They fucking got rid of his ass and they hired someone else. And that was Joel Schumacher, and we all know how that went. So doing this Superman movie just to appeal to black people? No. No one really cares too much on a black fucking Superman that's reskinned on a white fucking character. Yes, don't give me that fucking bullshit argument. Oh, he's an alien. Yeah, I know. But the problem is they're changing Clark Kent. Now, if they fucking literally pull a fastball on us and say, oh, no, we're going to do the black Superman. We're going to do the fucking black Superman that was the president of the United States. That was the multiverse Superman. And then they're going to do the Earth 2 Superman, which is an awesome character. And I love the shit out of him in the Earth 2 comics. And I would love to explore more about him. And you could do such great things on him. And you can go forward and you can bring in chaos, a lot of stuff on his universe, and maybe establish a Justice League there. You could do so many diversity type characters in that world if you're going to do that. That sounds great, what I just said. You could bring all these characters, a gay Green Lantern, another Batman. You could bring in a different Wonder Woman. Maybe Donna Troy is the Wonder Woman in yours truly, the Black Superman. You could bring in Yellow Flare in the Future State comics. You could do so much in your disposal. You have the IP to do it. You could have so much greatness. Hell, you can make a fucking zombie DC movie, DC movie universe. What I mean is, you have it where it's a zombie apocalypse, but the superheroes are still trying to save the day, but also live their lives. That's something would be really cool. Like, what is it with Warner Brothers? What is it with them? No, they don't want to accept a defeat. They don't want to accept it. And yeah, dude, they're not going to care on their own. In better words, they don't want to care about anyone but themselves. And who's this? And it's me like, oh, yo, what's up, man? What's up, man? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. I just wanted to do this whole live stream on this whole thing, because I mean, this interview really just said it all right there. It's like, he's not a guy that will obey fucking Warner Brothers, and you know, he's not, like, in a better words, he'll do what he really wants to do his job, but he's not a guy to where he doesn't want to say no without no offense, buddy. I think this could have been a better job, or something where he's not a guy where he will accept, okay, I'll do my job and I can't say nothing else. I mean, that's just how I kind of see Zack. And, you know, Zack is a really cool director. I really love his films. Like, my first movie that I ever saw him do, technically, was Dawn of the Dead. Really great remake. Really good. Expecting the zombie genre, but putting in something new. Everyone hates that fucking movie. I never understood why. Nothing. Just noticed stream, and I just thought I'll join. No problem, brother. I mean, like, you have no, what's that word I'm trying to say in better words? You're welcome to be here. That's what I'm trying to say. But I mean, yeah, I mean, just, I want a DC universe. What I'm trying to say. I mean, when I see DC, I really just, especially the movie that we just got, that literally just, I'm going to say this without anyone literally telling me otherwise. Zack Snyder's Justice League was the best DC movie in a long time. With 2 shit movies, Birds of Prey and Wonder Woman 84, it really filled me up. It really filled me up in a blaze of glory. And I'm like, wow, I am so happy we're in a point where we got a good DC movie, because I couldn't keep on consistently accepting failure. I just couldn't. I just really couldn't. I mean, there is so much I could take failure without just saying, enough, I'm done with you, fuck off, eat shit and die for all I care. I really just don't care anymore. You pissed me off so much, such a point that I just don't fucking care anymore. I just don't. And, you know, I'm at a point where I'm just like, you know, I'm screw you, Warner Brothers. But I mean, that's what I see. And I was just saying to my good friend Tevia, I mean, Superman, aka Henry Cavill, better show up in fucking yours truly Shazam 3, because Shazam 3 is going to be a movie to where it's going to have Superman versus Black Adam and along with Shazam. And I wanted to see that moment to where we see Henry Cavill Superman battling Black Adam. If we don't get that, not only you're good, just honestly, just say it. Henry Cavill doesn't have a contract. Not only you lied in our teeth through and through, and you just had his fucking lawyer or whoever, one of his executives, just literally play damage control just to tone down the fucking uproar. It literally will say it all right then and there. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I would just say, clap my hands. I'm done. This is the last movie. I mean, Matt Reeves' Batman movie, I'm looking forward to it. I'll watch it. I'll enjoy it. But I mean, I won't have too much excitement after Shazam 3. I just, not unless they want to combine the franchise to where, like Captain Marvel / Miss Marvel, to where the Marvelous, and you have Shazam and the entire family, Marvel and Black Adam, all work together, and they're battling gods. They're battling all these type of villains. I mean, I could actually buy that. And in a way, I could continue going from there. But I mean, I'm going to be honest with all of you. I really don't care. You know, there's so much I really want to care on DC, but Warner Brothers and the higher aboves, three. Oh yeah, we have 3 garbage. I don't count fucking Mortal Kombat. I don't count that. And plus, I disagree with it. I mean, it did something new and different, and I was all for that movie being different. I wasn't expecting it to be the 90s. And plus, we already got a remake. It's called Mortal Kombat Legends: Scorpion's Revenge. I didn't want a 3rd or 4th remake. Yeah, 3rd or 4th remake of the original Mortal Kombat movie. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be a guy to where I'm like, I want this, but I'm like, no, give me something that hasn't been done before, and I could respect you. And that's exactly what we did. Now, granted, was that word, Cole Young, a controversial character? Yeah, he was. But I mean, it is what it is. Heck, Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, I agree. I'm all for The Rock wanting yours truly, Henry Cavill. He's a great actor, but I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to spread this whole awareness. I don't believe that we're going to win again. I'm sorry. I have to be calling it down the middle. I just don't think a movement can win another time. Not unless the only way to bring it down again is where you have all their movies fail. And that's never going to happen. The way how the age on movies are going right now, people are hunger for movies right now. People want to go out. And that's the thing where we're not going to win because the pandemic is already pretty much having us lose because we have it where all the people who want to go to the theater are going to go watch the other DC movies that Warner Brothers are going to make. Hey, thoughts on... I need more information on that. Because if that's the case, fuck. Like those fucking... what's his fucking face? Shang-Chi, Legends of the Ten Rings, be nothing more than a Hollywood only US type character. Because, I mean, let's all face facts. That character was targeting towards China and their culture and everything between on that direction. And that's the problem to where if they banned all their films just because they... And that's the thing about China and everything else in their country. I don't get their fucking policy. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me? You're banning this movie or banning things that are not around your country just because it isn't revolve around your movie or revolve around your beliefs or your bullshit. What a fucked up shithole that you guys are. I mean, granted, I mean, it's pretty bad. It's really pretty bad that China has the worst things just on everything, on the whole dilemma. Didn't they do that with wait a second, didn't they do that with Milan? Maybe not. I think they just had mediocre audience. I don't think they really banned Milan because that's a China. That's a in a word, that was all China. It reports that yeah, I heard about that. Which I'm like, okay, Eternals, all right, whatever. I could get on board on that. But Shang-Chi, a character that's based on them, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. I mean, and that's another thing too. When you're dealing with dragons and karate stuff and dealing with the culture of China, and that's another thing. The reason why it's going to be banned on that film, it wasn't on the demographic of, oh, it wasn't filmed in China. And I'm like, oh, wait. So you tell me you're going to have a lot of things be like familiar. That's why, and also think back, like, that's the reason why Transformers Age of Extinction was so goddamn successful because of the familiar areas on that film. The places that film was filmed in, it was familiar for China. And that's where I just literally like, so what? If you're going on that level, that's pretty bad. I'm not trying to say they're wrong, but it's like I just criticize them like that's their piss poor choice to ban them. There's a lot of movies that are way worse, that are doing horrible, and yet you allow them to go forward just because you have that familiar bullshit. It's such a horrible fucking situation. I mean, I feel bad for all the Asian and Chinese fans who really were looking forward to Legends of the Ten Rings. Now they have to go fly out of there or watch a bootleg fucking movie just because they have their fucking country, have their bullshit policy. That's just the whole reason why. It's just, yeah. Anyway, I don't know what else I could say. I mean, personally, I think a lot of their opinions are bullshit on my eyes. But yet again, I mean, that's them. I mean, that's more for us, I guess. I mean, and it's also going to be a lot harder for that film to do well. So, I mean, I don't know what else I could say. I mean, oh well, I guess. I mean, we'll have to wait and see how things go. And that's another thing too. China has a lot of things to where it goes very well on there. Whatever movie you're in, and if that movie goes on China, that movie's instantly a $1 billion film, or it's going to do very well. So yeah, but I mean, just going back on topic on where I was on the whole Zack and Warner Brothers, I don't want to accept defeat. And I know Zack wants to literally giving off a lot of people hope still, because don't believe the L, just keep on pushing, you never know. And I feel like he's honored, which I think we saw, and honestly that's great. But I mean, calling it down the middle, I feel like he knows that no matter how much we push, it's very hard to get what we want. And he's hoping that maybe if fans don't go watch their movies, they might come back to him and say, okay, Zack, apparently everyone wants you. We'll give you your shit. Just make us money. I mean, that hope. But I mean, I'm going to say this. I don't think we're going to get that. I don't think we're going to get that moment, and not even the slightest. And using Joss Whedon's scenes, but at the same time, using this music from Zack is really looks like Warner. Another dick move. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, like, I'm just gonna be honest. It's just another dick move. I mean, it's just. I'm gonna also say this. I watched the Steppenwolf battle in Justice League. It took me out of the film. It took me out of the film. Like, and his design even looks way worse looking back on the Justice League version. I'm like, oh my god, he looks terrible. He looks like in better words, he looks like a character that I could see Thor showing up and popping his head off. I mean, that's how bad he is. He looked like a Marvel Studios film, and especially a one-off character. That's pretty bad. It really is saying a lot. And, you know, I really am going to be saying it. It makes no difference. It makes no difference seeing the whole scenes that Whedon did and having the same type of music that Zack did. Is just really pathetic. It really is. Oh, dude, no, it's not just that. They care about quality. It's more like which character gets the quality. Batman's going to get the quality. Everyone in their mother's grave is going to be supporting that film because that movie is going to be a damn good movie. Because Matt Reeves put out good movies. And that's another thing. Matt Reeves is not a yes man either. He'll do what the fuck he wants either as well. So I wouldn't be surprised when the sequel comes. Yeah, we'll have some issues. And I'll be saying it. I fucking told you all. I told you so. And yeah, here we are. And I'll be literally exposing them yet again. And I'll just say this again. Warner Brothers just cares about themselves. And that's the thing. They want bullshit. They're going to fit in their agenda because they want to throw in no crap. WWE's trying to get people to, dude, you can't have, they're not going to be able to do that because it's almost at a point where their bullshit literally is shown. You can't have people liking a movie that really everyone knows it was sabotaged. It got fucked over. It was literally just destroyed and pretty much produced by a Frankenstein. And I'm going to say this right now. The whole people saying, oh, the version of Zack was unwatchable. I would love to see one movie what they're watching. Because I'm like, what movie did you watch? What movie did you watch? Because I'm going to say this right now. That movie that we watched was a billion times better than what we had on the original cut. It almost makes me wish we got that version than the Joss Whedon version. It really just it makes me sick to my stomach that I'm like, wow, just wow. I'm buying that fucking movie. May 26th, I am going to get that fucking movie. And I couldn't be more happy just to have something that I truly love. And I'm just going to say this, it felt such a good damn movie. And I'm looking forward to where Matt Reeves is going to do the Batman movie. And just going forward. And, you know, honestly, if you ask me, I would rather just have, you know, Zack finish his story in a animated style or whatever, an HBO Max movie. It's like I really hate WB you doing this. Oh yeah, dude, they're trying to fight this war that they lost. I mean, I told this to my friends way back in the day. If they release the Snyder Cut, not only you're going to have people see the issues of what they saw what Warner Brothers prevented to have Zack achieve that he really wanted to go for, the characters and everything between. And I'll say this right now. I wish Zack had the DC universe. I wish Zack had the entire DC universe because he could have had so much on his disposal. He would have made the characters very well and just awesome. And I'll say this, Zack's version of Justice League had light hope elements, had things to where it brings you looking forward to the future. And the music in that ending of that film was so goddamn good. It was delicious. It was amazing. It had epic finest. But they decided to go to war with the fans just because they wanted to have, oh yeah, it's child's play, but it's Warner Brothers. They've done it before and they got away with it. But yet again, when they doing it now, it's a totally different direction, because when they got rid of Joel Schumacher and Tim Burton, there was no internet. There was no internet back in that time period. Now there is the internet. Now there is a lot of the stuff that everyone sees on what Warner Brothers has done. You're going to have everyone in their mother's grave going after them. And their stocks are going to go down and down and down. And if this Black Clark Kent is exactly what we all think it's going to be, and that's another thing too, what is this Black Superman going to face? Lex Luthor? Is Lex Luthor going to be a part of the KKK situation? I mean, that would be fucking funny. I would just be laughing. I would be laughing because I'm like, oh my God, we're literally seeing Lex being a part of the KKK. It's just so bad. So bad. I want to, and that's a thing where I see people like say, I'm looking forward to the Warner Brothers next DC movies. I'm like, why? Why are you looking forward to them? Why are you going to support them? That's what I'm trying to say is, why are you supporting them? You say you're all for it with Zack Snyder's DC movies, but yet you're going to see the Black Superman. You're going to see, now granted, if you're not supporting them, that may be your best argument against me. Well, I'm not supporting them, but I'm going to go watch their movies anyway. Okay, fine. I could literally saying that, giving the fuck you to Warner Brothers. That's fine. I'm doing the same. I'm going to watch them on bootleg and give the F you to Warner Bros. And the only time I'll go see the DC movie in the theater, it's either Black Adam, Shazam, or the Batman movie. That's it. And that's probably the only movie series that I'll go see. I got a couple of movies that I'm looking forward to, and that was all. I don't care about Wonder Woman 3. I think that movie's going to suck donkey nuts. But yet again, I just, nothing could be more worse than The Flash. You know, the Flash movie, hearing all those leaked reports, it's like, it sounds so good to be true. It sounds so good to be true. I just, it is what it is. But as for the Mortal Kombat movie, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the sequels. I really want to see a sequel. I really, oh yeah, dude, no. I have to agree with that statement. These are two just, yeah, absolutely. Just disrespect in the worst fucking degree. And honestly, oh yeah, Static Shock, absolutely. I would love to. And to be fair, I love Static Shock. His cartoon was sick as fuck. I used to watch it on Kids WB. That was a good show. I mean, I was tuning in. It had some great episodes. You had the crossover with Batman Beyond. You had the crossover with fucking I think they did a crossover with The Batman as well, because that was running the same type of time period, which I think The Batman is better than Spectacular Spider-Man. I don't care what anyone says. The only good Spider-Man cartoon is the 90s. And besides that, I would dare say the second best cartoon of Spider-Man is Spider-Man The New Adventures, or Spider-Man The New Animated Series. It's the CGI MTV one that got canceled supposedly, which I never understood why. I never understood, like, why did they cancel it? Couldn't they just moved it, or couldn't they just go on a different channel? I mean, it was a very good show. It was dark, but it was blending on a sense of humor, and plus, it took a lot of the things that was a part of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man series, but a lot of times they did a lot of better job telling its story and not saying with great power comes great responsibility and all that crap. It's so corny now. It's so corny. It's so yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I'm just saying that whole. I'm no disrespect to the Sam Raimi Spider-Man fans. I just look at them as corny films. I can't take them seriously as Spider-Man films. I just personally feel like for its time it was great, but I see some better movies. Yours truly, Spider-Verse did a better job, and also Amazing Spider-Man did a better origin story. And I just wish we could have seen I wish we could have seen the version of the origin story of Spider-Man, the Peter Parker Spider-Man in the MCU. I wanted an origin story. I really do, because I really believe it needs to happen. And I feel like I love that character, but I really don't feel connected, because I feel like they don't put the origin down because of either Sony's bullshit or whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, with Zack, I mean, I like his take. I really do. Man of Steel was the best fucking movie in 2013. Hell, I was not happy on Iron Man 3. That movie was the number one movie in the second film, and the third film were Batman and Superman. No, not Batman and... No, not Batman. Oh, fuck. Superman and Thor. And Thor and Superman were the best movies in that time period. And it's just, I'm going to say it, I really just don't like a lot of the shit that they have done to Zack or Superman. That's in general. Like, I personally feel like doing a movie on the Christopher Reeves, you're almost disserving yourself not making a movie to where it's a new, fresh take. And then when we did a new, fresh take, everyone hated it. It was like, if you switch the movies, I think both movies would have been successful. If you switch Man of Steel during that time period where people wanted to have a new Superman take, just because yours truly, what's my thoughts on the Venom versus what's my thoughts on the Venom? I'll get to know that. Take that back. You'll know soon. I'll say my piece on it in a minute. It's almost to a point where if you switch Man of Steel and Superman Returns on the demand that time period needed, I think both movies would have done well. And I think both of them would have gotten a trilogy. The problem is, and I'm being honest, you have Superman just get the worst people to work with. And I'm talking about the company that owns him. If he was owned by Sony or Paramount or fucking Disney themselves, I think Superman would have been a lot better off. I mean, I'm at a point where it's not the 20th Century Fox hate. What I mean is, I hate Warner Brothers so goddamn much that I would rather have DC go to a different company on movies, because they don't understand what they have. They're using the same old bullshit. If it wasn't for Zack Snyder to do or produce Wonder Woman 84, or no, yeah, Wonder Woman 84, the first Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman, all that stuff, we wouldn't have these characters. You know what we have? The world's finest. It's a shame that Warner Brothers say, oh yeah, we're going to do a Flash movie. Oh yeah, we're going to do a Wonder Woman movie. Never did a fucking word of them. Instead, we had to wait years and years, and then finally someone fucking pulled the trigger, and he turned out to be one of the best things in DC movies. That's the thing. 20th Century Fox killed the Alien franchise, killed the Predator franchise. Warner Brothers is going to do the same to DC. This movie, this Superman, and I'm going to say this, Zack's all for a black Superman. I mean, if we had the best of both worlds saying, okay, we're going to have the Snyder stuff, but also we're going to have the black Superman, a new take on Batman, a new take on Wonder Woman, I guarantee you we're going to have that. And we're going to do something new and refreshing and interesting and all that stuff. It would have been great. Would have been great. Would have been best of both worlds, if you ask me. Hell, you don't need to have a Ben Affleck series. You could put the stuff that Ben Affleck was going to do in his Batman and just put it on the Justice League movie. Make it a 4-hour cut and do the same with yours truly, Justice League 3. All you need is just 2 fucking movies. That's all. And maybe if you want to do a sequel saga and doing on the new Justice League and building on the multiverse, and where Flash brings in the Black Superman, brings in the new Wonder Woman, brings in all these different versions, whatever, would have been better. Having an Infinite Crisis, and during the time frame that Marvel is going to do Secret Wars, and I guarantee you we're going to have Hugh Jackman. I guarantee you you're going to have all 3 Spider-Mans in that Secret Wars movie. It's going to be unbelievable. It's just going to be unbelievable. And I'm just like, why does all the Marvel fans are going to have X-Men, Fantastic Four, all these characters, the new Avengers, and bringing in the future of Marvel, but yet again, when you see DC, what do you have? What do you have? A black Superman that no one wanted. And I mean a black Superman that is Clark Kent, which I'm hoping it's not. If it's the Earth 2 character or the multiverse Superman, okay, you know what? I think we need to take a step back and say, all right, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just see how it goes. Yeah, people would hate it still, but you're not going to have the whole problem on the factor of, okay, you're not changing Superman's skin color, you're just using another Superman. Okay, all right, fine. But yet again, at the same time, you would have that argument of, you didn't build it up. You didn't put it into the Zack Snyder universe. Oh, wait, I know why you're not going to do it, because you hate Zack. He's not a yes man. He's not a guy where he will bow down like Darth Vader and just say, yes, my master, I will do what you say, the Emperor, and all that crap. They say Disney's like fucking the Emperor, which I wouldn't put it past me if they were a lot like that, because they sometimes are very much a little bit of racist, a little bit sexist to an extent, but that's where it gets a very touchy subject on certain things on them. You see, I use Disney to an extent as well. I mean, like, it's not just Warner Brothers; it's everybody. That doesn't is not it's not racist, you could say. But anyway, I hate how Warner Brothers is racist and they're such sad. Oh yeah, dude, it's unbelievable. I mean, yes, I agree. It's they're racist, but they're so petty on their hatred towards Zack. I mean, they hate Zack with a passion. I mean, I haven't seen a studio with a passion of hatred like never before. I thought 20th Century Fox was that level because there's a lot of things that they have literally pushed. Like, for example, they went out of their way to have Ridley Scott do a movie, and they pretty much sabotaged it. And that movie was Alien Covenant. However, they didn't want to believe him just going forward on another movie. Or go even further, Alien 3, that was even more sabotage and went out of their way to push on their agenda and honestly just fuck themselves. And it really just says a lot. And you know, oh yeah, if yeah, fucking can't read. If Zach likes the Superman, whatever, that's his opinion personally. It matters that it's a bad idea. Tevya, think about it. If Zach's okay with it, and if we had his universe kept on going, I think we would have been better off. But if we had a direction of the bullshit of the no Snyderverse, we're throwing this in just because we want to get rid of Zack's universe. We're throwing this and we're rebooting Superman or rebooting Batman. Should I take that back? And hold on, quick, give me a minute. Sorry about that. I mean, fucking family stuff. Talking out of my room, and I'm like, God damn it. And plus, I'm trying to say how I feel because sometimes I get, let's just say, talk too much, and yeah, I tend to fuck up what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is Zack is not a yes man. Therefore, Warner Brothers is going to go out of their way to get rid of Zack, get rid of his universe, destroy his universe bit by bit, just to make sure that to establish their fucking response saying, no, you will not win anymore. We gave you your movie. Be grateful you got that. You unforgivable little bitch. That's exactly what they said to us. It's like a fucking parent that doesn't know how to treat his own kid, giving him that toy that he begged for fucking ages, and he got so pissed off and say, here's your fucking toy. Be grateful that you fucking got it, you fucking bitch. That's exactly what they just did. If this Black Superman is the name and just Clark Kent, I'm just gonna scream. Yeah, dude. No, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go to Marvel now. That's it. I'm going to Marvel. I'll see you guys later. I'm only gonna watch certain movies and that's it. I mean, dude, if it's Clark Kent, and I know there's gonna be people, you guarantee we're gonna have those loads of people saying, "Oh, you're just hating this movie just because he's black." They're already doing it, but you're going to see that more common. And also another thing, just go even further to my point. If it was the Black Superman from Earth 2, great, awesome, looking forward to it. All right, I got nothing else to say. You proved me wrong. You made me look like an idiot. Fine, I'm all for it. But if you're going to change Clark Kent, who is betrayed as a white fucking male, you can't change him, his color, because and not establishing this is not the Superman that you know. If you just establish this is a Superman that you know, but he's black, you're only appealing towards those demographic black people because you see Marvel doing it. Look, there's rumors in Armor Wars that James Rhodes, aka War Machine, will be Iron Man. Which I'll say this, and I'll say this right now, if he becomes Iron Man 4, 5, and 6 are going to happen. You're going to have an Iron Man trilogy. You're going to have an Iron Man trilogy right then and there. And maybe then they'll do the Iron Man villain. He's fought him before, multiple times. Have no problem with Rhodey fighting the Mandarin. Have no problem. Have no problem. Hell, we can do villains that we haven't done before. Blizzard, Whiplash, actually, yeah, Whiplash, the other Whiplash. And also Crimson Dynamo, Titanium Man, what else? The Melter, Living Laser, Madame Nask. We could do so many. There's loads of Iron Man villains that we haven't done. Why not? I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong? I just named off villains that they could have utilized. I guarantee you, the ending of Armor Wars, if Rhodey is going to use a new Iron Man suit, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh yeah, the controller. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised he's one of the main villains in Rhodey's Iron Man trilogy. I mean, if we're going to do the same with fucking Sam Wilson, Captain America, why not we do the same with Rhodey? And hell, that would be a good way of bringing Rhodey back to being relevancy in the comics, because I guarantee you they're only gonna bring War Machine back as a comic book series just because the movies are doing it. So I'm being honest with all of you. I'm being dead honest. I'm sick of the bullshit of doing shit just because you're gonna be, in better words, treating us like shit. I'm sick of the crap because we're a fans, a community that loves DC, loves Marvel. How come Marvel always gets the good stuff and we always get the garbage shit that we've seen? And I'll have to agree with fucking one of my friend, dude. If we literally just cares about bullshit, and if this fucking Black Superman is nothing more than a reskin of Clark Kent, not only you're gonna literally lose it on the fans, but you're gonna lose any credibility on whatever you do. That's the thing. Whatever you do, post after the Black Superman, it's game over. You're game over. Oh, wait. Wait, what? What about the Disney contribution? We talked. I don't really care too much about that. Do you hear that, Warner Brothers? We hate you. We hate what you've done to this poor man and his actors and the Warner Brothers. Yeah, absolutely, dude. We're gonna absolutely. I completely agree with that fucking statement. I mean, like, I'm honestly like, I would rather have Zack take DC and call it DC Studios, hire people that know what the fuck they're doing, and just go forward. I mean, fuck's sake, we could love to have that. I mean, I think Zack would just be killing it. I think Zack would just be going forward. He would be the Ken Feige. He'll be doing all this shit as a leader and just going forward. And he's not going to have his ego going through him anymore. He's just going to be a guy to where, hey, we need to do this. We need to bring things going forward and just stick things that are really good. And dude, oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. It'll be open fire. It'll be open fire on the fucking the direction of people wanting Zack to be in charge. I mean, I trust Zack. I trust the guy. I know what he's going to do. I believed his story to be better than what we know. Granted, he has his missteps, but like every great writer, like every great filmmaker, they always have their missteps, but they always correct themselves. That's the thing about Zack and James Cameron, and I'm talking about the James Cameron that's not a piece of sack of shit, and all he does is special effects now. I'm talking about the JJ. I'm talking about yours truly, the James Cameron, who cares about telling a story, who cares about telling a great direction. Oh yeah, dude. Oh god, dude, can you imagine that shit? Can you imagine? And imagine a world where we have Marvel and everyone's celebrating, and then we have fucking DC, and be like, yeah, we're gonna have some great shit. The age of fucking comic books. I mean, I'm gonna use this for an example. Why does wrestling, back in that time period during the 90s when Raw and WCW was going off, you had the age of fucking pro wrestling right there. You can't have that now because that was a different time, a different period, and it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Why can't we have that? Because we have a bunch of dumbasses preventing that moment to happen, preventing that moment to where we have an age to where not only Thanos and Darkseid and the Injustice League and the Avengers practically are done right, have a trilogy, and have fans literally have debates of who did it better. Do we have the Justice League literally did it better than Avengers and Marvel in general, or do we have fucking Marvel did it better than yours truly DC? Now for me, I'm using phase one for DC and Marvel. I think Marvel lose on the phase one because phase one on DC was Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, and yours truly, Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League. So therefore, those 5 movies contribute to a bigger story and therefore a building on something greater. And yet again, we don't have that. We don't have that at all. It makes me sick to my stomach. And I'm at a point now, yeah, I don't trust Warner Brothers. I trust anyone else. They surpassed Sony on the stupidity factor. And as for my thoughts on Venom, Let There Be Carnage, can't wait for it. It's going to be great. It's just going to be great. And anyone that says this movie is going to be trash for reasons, I got no one else. All right, see you, Tevya. Bye. But I'm just saying to all of you guys, I would rather trust someone that knows the fuck they're doing. I trust Sony to an extent because they redeemed themselves. They gave us Spider-Verse. They gave us Venom. They proved themselves they can do more in the Spider-Man property instead of using yours truly, the web slinger himself. That was my biggest fucking pulling my teeth out, practically going to rip my own skull off, just because the bullshit of, oh, we can't do Venom, we can't do Miles, we can't do any of these characters that we want, like people like me who want to see them at their own, and you could just establish that they're in another universe, they're in another timeline, whatever. And many of those people are saying, oh, the Venom movie is connected to the Sam Raimi trilogy. Do you think Michael? Wait. No. Okay. All right. Okay. If Michael B. Jordan plays Black Superman, boy, you must get paid a lot of money just on that level. Just on that level. I doubt it, but I mean, like, if he gets, like, let's just put it in better terms. And another thing, just to go, before I say it, it's a funny thing you asked because he was the guy that pitched a Black Superman. Pitched a Black Superman. Yeah, oh, dude. Absolutely. He said it in yours truly. Yeah, said in the fucking Fantastic Four fucking movie. I honestly think, like, I could see it. And everyone's pointing like, well, you're the only guy that talked about this years ago. And I didn't think about it because I'm like, no way Zack would have done it at that point. No way. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't have that shit going in that fucking direction. He said he won't be. I don't believe that. Because there are actors, like Doctor Strange himself, he said he wasn't going to play yours truly, Doctor Strange. Yours truly, fucking. What was that one actor? trying to think of what else actors. I think Ben Affleck denied it at first because there was a rumor going around that Ben Affleck was cast. Then he denied it, and then eventually he got casted. There are ways in a way, in Hollywood, you gotta lie before the studio confirms it. Like Haley Steinfeld, she denied it. She denied playing Kate Bishop, and then eventually they gave her the job. And after the leak of her playing Kate Bishop, which I screamed like hell, like a fangirl, because I knew I'm like, I'm gonna say this, she's the only thing good in Bumblebee. She was the only thing great about that fucking garbage film, and she's a masterpiece. She's a great actress. I loved her in any of her films. I mean, and her show. I haven't seen her show yet, but I really want to. I think she could be really great on that time period. But I mean, just going on that whole thing, what I'm trying to say is like, I would rather not think that he would take that, because I mean, like, you're back to square one on your whole bullshit of what talking about running Warner Brothers. Do you think? What do you think on the Killing Joke? Great movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Great movie. Just it was good. I liked it. Yeah, even the whole sex of on yours truly, Catwoman, not Catwoman, Batgirl, was kind of funny. But yeah. If you want to come down, if you guys want to come down, go ahead. Sorry for stuttering. I apologize. Yeah, fucking hell. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, Zack has a great story. Hell, there's even there was a fan comic book, or just basically fan artwork to an extent, on Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. Hell, you even have a fucking guy literally did an entire trailer of Zack's fucking 2 movies that he was going to do. If any of you haven't seen it, oh my god, I cry every moment. I watch it almost every day. I mean, like, so good. There's a fan trailer of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Wow. Unbelievable. Such greatness that we finally see something amazing, something that we truly deserve. And I'll agree with everyone. Yeah, we got cheated. We got cheated on the worst way. And no one saw it coming. And, I'm going to be honest with all of you. And, I really just feel cheated. If any of you guys want to join, go ahead and join. I mean, the link's down below. But, I mean, if not, I'm ending this soon because I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts. Big fan of Kingdom Hearts. Love that shit. I'm doing a Let's Play on that. But, I mean, I want to believe and hope that we'll get a Justice League 2 and 3. I want to believe and hope, but I feel like some of the fans, they don't want to see the truth. Look, we may not get it. And Zack's trying to play damage control because I heard in an interview that he was threatened, or in a way he feared that he was going to get sued, which I'm like, why the fuck would they sue you? For what? Talking about something that you wrote? Oh, wow. I mean, I never thought you would be that. I never thought you would be intimidated by Warner Brothers. I mean, I wouldn't care if I was Warner Brothers. You could say whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Go ahead. It's not going to damage our brand. And if they do think that, then boy, they're even more piece of stack of shit. They make Disney look like a fucking masterpiece. They make Sony look like a masterpiece. Says a lot towards people who really could threaten a couple of people who just wants to make good movies. Unbelievable. But that's the world we live in. And we have egos. We have scumbags who like to think they're better than everyone else and like to think that, oh, we're all good, we're gonna do whatever the fuck we want. Sure we do. I mean, like, for fuck's sake. I mean, like, personally for me, I would rather just, in a way, make movies and have a good time. That's all we care about. I mean, in a way, I would rather have DC movies go forward to have a consistent universe and storylines that they could build off of, storylines that they could do multiple movies and TV shows out of. And it's a shame that we don't have that. And eventually, one by one, we're already going to lose every bit of it. And DC fans are going to even be more salty in the wounds because eventually Marvel will take the throne of TV shows. Eventually, Marvel will take the throne of animation and video game. What else do you have? Comic books, whatever. They're going to do whatever the fuck they want because comic books are comic books. They're there to either tell more stories or fucking literally do whatever. Market their films and, in a way, get people in case people are interested. And that's it. I mean, like, it is what it is. I'm telling you all. I guess we're seeing the fall of DC just because Warner Brothers doesn't want to accept the defeat. They don't want to accept the defeat because if they did, they pretty much wasted everything. But granted, going on their side, we'll be doing the same thing. We'll be bringing yours truly, Ben Affleck, and having his trilogy, and wasting Matt Reeves and his Batman, which I really don't want to deal with because I really think both movies should have happened. I think Ben Affleck should have had a Batman movie. I feel like Joss Whedon really ruined his love of the character, and I feel like the only way to bring him back is to have Zack to come back, and that's just saying a lot. And I really just don't have no desire supporting Warner Brothers. I mean, let's say we get Justice League 2 and 3 as like an HBO Max movie only or a series, whichever. I would be saying thanks, but I'm done with you. After all the bullshit, I'm never going to give you a second chance. I'm never going to give you anything because you have ruined my love of DC. And I only return because of Zack, because he knows what the DC lore. If you had more people like him on your studio, yeah, we would have no problems. Hell, I wish we had fucking Patty Jenkins get the fuck out of Wonder Woman and have someone else direct Wonder Woman. Because after her mess, and I'm knowing what she's going to do in fucking yours truly Star Wars, God help my soul on that fucking movie, I'm done. I'd rather have Zack Snyder do Wonder Woman 3. I'd rather have fucking someone else doing another yours truly, I'm trying to fucking name it, a cyborg movie. I don't know. I don't want Zack literally to do everything. I think Zack would heavily produce that film. I would only want that. But I mean, I just want consistency. And I feel like Superman will never have that consistency because every time he has another movie, it's always controversial. Controversial because everyone believes on their Superman, on what Superman should be. They don't want it to where it's new and refreshing and interesting and dark, but also, in a way, greatness. I mean, if we had a Red Sun Superman, I would fucking be literally praising it because I can't wait for it because I know where that goes and I know that direction where it leads to because it leads to where, okay, we're going to have him be the Russian Superman. All right, fine. We have a comic book storyline. We have a pre-existing character of that, and we could bring that period piece. That's a period piece. That's a time piece of doing a story that's not canon to the DC Zack Snyder universe that people could accept. Now, granted, people would be 50-50 on it because it's Clark Kent, but he's raised by the Russians. Yeah. In a way, it's kind of a little similar towards the Black Superman to an extent. But I mean, I would I would accept that because there's a different meaning. Superman in Red Sun isn't a bad guy. He knows what he needs to do. Yeah, he can be a dick, but he's trying to protect his country. He's kind of like a little bit of Doctor Doom to an extent, to where Doctor Doom only cares about the people of his country, but also he wants to change the world and for a better direction. That's something that I think is really great and awesome of that version of Superman. And also if you watch Superman Red Sun, which honestly really great, I would say it's better than the comic book that's based on. It made meaning. It literally made Superman perfect. It made him to be a character where he was doing bad things but trying to protect his country. And also there's a heart and soul on that character. And I like that version of Superman. I really do. And I really think he's a cool character. And I like characters to where, like Superman, like Zack Snyder's Superman, there's a meaning factor. There's meaning of showing his story, showing to where he's a guy that's doing the right thing, but people think he's not doing the right thing. And that's the thing I liked about Batman vs Superman. People wanted him to do all this stuff, or people wanted him to be this type of character, and Zack showed it. And I really like that. But every time this character goes on live action in the movies department, it's always controversial. Movies, controversial. TV shows, no one said a goddamn word because they know limitations off that factor. It makes me sick to my stomach. Why do you have Superman always get a TV show, but Batman doesn't have a TV show in a long time since Adam West? Because they just know Superman is not a franchise material. And Batman makes too much money over Superman. And I'm going to say, back at that statement, you're not trying hard enough. Anyway, I rest my case. I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts. Anyone wants to talk to me or whatever, just come talk to me on my Discord server. I'll bring my Discord server right here, and I'll put it down in the comment box down below. I love to chat with people. If you want to talk to me about DC, Marvel, whatever. I mean, I really, I hope everyone understands what I'm talking about. I'm sorry I'm stuttering a few times. I apologize on that statement. It is what it is for me, and I'm being honest with all of you. I really am. I'm like, I don't want DC to be shit DC all the damn time, because that's just too boring. I mean, it's just too boring, and I really just can't stand the crap. Anyway, later, guys. I'll see you fucking out.